Finding the music inside. What does that mean? I've recently written a book called Finding the Music Inside, and I call it your inner algorithm to a more meaningful life. And what I mean by finding the music inside is when everything in your life aligns. You found your music, and then it's for you. Your responsibility is to play that music. And today I just want to share 4 brief points with you. Point 1, keep it real. And when I say keep it real, what I mean is keep it real. And that is that we are in the moment, that we're fully engaged in the moment. And that moment that we're fully engaged in is right now, because it's so easy to live in the past and to have past experiences to cloud our minds and cause and provoke emotions. But past thoughts are not real now. They were real only at that moment in time you experienced them. So every time we bring back a past moment, we are living in something that's not real, and we're allowing a situation that is no longer real to stir our emotions. And the majority of the time, the emotions they stir are negative. So we have to stay in the moment. I think Rakim said it best. He's a rapper from the 80s. And he said, it's not where you're from, it's where you're at. So it's not about the situation you've grown up in. It's not about the situations you've experienced in the past. It's not about the family that you're in. It's where are you right now, that you have to get your mind and your focus into that moment. Because in that moment now is where we live. It's where our feet touch the ground. It's where the rubber hits the road. We can't live in the past. And also we can't live in the future. We can only live in the now. Because everything else is just a part of our imagination, scenarios that we're creating. I think what people say, there are 3 truths: your truth, their truth, and the truth. Because everything's perspective. But if we try and stay in the now and keep it real, we're more likely to stay in the truth. And that's key. And the next point I want to make is flipping the script, because that's something we have to do. We have to learn how to flip the script. And flipping the script is so important, because we've all got a script in our life. We've all got a slate that's been marked. And for many of us, it can be negative marks on our slate. We may have had negative words said to us within our childhood, within our family. It may be a teacher that didn't believe in you and began to speak negative words into your life. Maybe your type of learning and your type of inner genius doesn't relate in school, in the education system. Because the education system is just for lateral thinking. But for many of us, we might be creatives and we might have horizontal type thinking. Maybe our creative genius isn't suitable or adaptable to the curriculum that the schools taught. So maybe we came out of that asking the questions, am I capable? Am I good enough? Can I do it? Because everything came at us and it was negative. But flipping the script, what that does, that means you're going to take that script, those negative words, and you're going to flip them upside down. You're going to turn them inside out. You're going to take the negative and you're going to make them a positive. You're not going to say, I can't no more, and you're going to say that I can. You're not going to ask, am I able? Am I capable? But you're going to say, I am capable. I am able. I can do it. We're going to flip the script. We're going to flip the script on negative thinking. Because like I said before, it's not the event that hurts us, but it's what we think about the event that hurts us. So we're not going to think in a negative way and allow it to produce negative feelings in us. We're going to think positive thoughts and allow positive thoughts to produce positive feelings. It's so key. It's so key in us making it through each day in a positive mindset. Third point I want to make is sometimes we have to stay fresh. And back in the days, in my old rap days, when someone stayed fresh, they stayed on top of the game. It means you had the latest pair of trainers. It means you had the latest jacket. The music you was making was tomorrow's music today. You weren't following behind anyone. You were setting the trend. And in the same way, when it comes to life, staying fresh means that we become lifelong learners. It means that we adapt ourselves and we say, you know what, I want to learn everything that I can so I can be everything that I can be. I'm not satisfied with just being good. I'm willing to give up the good so that I can achieve the best. Staying fresh means that, you know what, whatever happens, I'm going to be adaptable because I'm a learner. It's like Edmund Hillary. He was one of those guys that has stood on the peak of Mount Everest. But after a failed attempt, he was lecturing at, I think it was Oxford or Cambridge University, and he was talking to the students, and he turned round, and on the projector, there was an image of Mount Everest. And he shook his fist at that picture, and he turned around and says, "You've grown as much as you're going to grow, but I'm still growing." You see, Edmund Hillary understood a key aspect to climbing the mountain. He was still growing, he was still developing, he was still learning, and he wasn't ready to quit. He wasn't ready to give up. He wasn't ready to let that obstacle defeat him. But he learned that if I keep growing, one day I'm going to outgrow the mountain. And that's the same thing in our lives. Maybe sometimes we think about giving up when we're on the precipice of our breakthrough. We're on the precipice of achieving all that we can achieve. We're not prepared to fight another round. See, gentleman Jim Corbett said it best. He said, fight another round. Even though your legs are feeling so weak that you can't shuffle back to the center of the ring, fight another round. Even though one eye's closed and your nose is blooded and you can't even take in breath, fight another round. Even though the punches are so hard, you feel like, you know what, I wish you would just punch me on the jaw and put me to sleep. Fight another round. Even though things have not gone right for you since the day you started this new venture, fight another round. Even though you still get nervous when you think about speaking in front of crowds, fight another round. Even though things are not working out as you dreamed they would work out, fight another round. Because the person that fights another round can never lose. See, the only way we lose is when we quit. So fight another round. And the last point I want to make today is make some noise, man. Sometimes we have to make some noise. Sometimes we have to stand up, to stand out and allow our uniqueness to shine. Because we can't allow society to dictate the way that we play our music. We can't allow our upbringing, our circumstances to dictate how we play our music. Because we are either shaping the world around us or we're being shaped by the world around us. And how many know I would rather be a healer than a pain bringer? So for me, I have to be very careful in what I'm bringing. So I'm here to make some noise, and I'm going to make noise because it's all about sowing and reaping and sowing good seed. I remember at my allotment, man, I think I've said this already, but whatever seed my dad planted, that was the type of plant we reaped. So I know today that if I'm giving out positive energy, guess what you're going to receive? Positive energy. And that positive energy can cause a chemical reaction inside you and produce more positive energy. It's like an infection, just like we're in a global pandemic, but this pandemic is killing people. It's keeping people inside. We're on lockdown. No. But if we begin to get positive, the kind of pandemic that we're going to spread is one of positivity. It is one of life. It's something that's going to touch hearts and touch minds and allow them to become all that they can be. And that's what it's about, man. It's about making a difference in people's lives for me. That's my music. Whether I was on stage rapping or whether I'm on stage talking, it's about impacting lives and making a difference. So today, I just want to say, let's keep it real. Flip the script on the negativity. Stay fresh by learning all that you can learn. And then go out and make some noise, man. Play your music. We're not followers. We have to lead in loving, lead in giving, lead in listening, lead in understanding. Because that's what we're called to be. We're called to be leaders, man. Because each and every one of us has that sense of destiny inside of us. Because that's how we were made. So let's not sit on it any longer. Let's allow it to be all that it can be. Peace.